I don't know how I'm paying $1,500 a month for health insurance, but every single person in my policy has a $6,000 copay.
Okay, tell me why I get a final notice in the mail. And I see on here, I'm reading, it says, if we don't hear from you in 30 days, you're going to go to collections. Bro, you did hear from me.
Your premiums are going to go up.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about medical debt. I don't know if you've been to the hospital lately, but people are getting absolutely destroyed. While medical care used to be affordable in the US, it has spiraled out of control. We have a lot to go over today, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. As the channel's been growing, it's been great getting comments from you guys. All right, let's get into it.
I'm 36 years old and I'm about $3 million in medical debt. After a heart attack, open heart surgery, and life support, I was 8 weeks in the hospital. I'm a retired veteran or medically disabled veteran. And you would think they would cover it. I showed a video like this when I first got to the hospital back in November, and I showed this bill right here, totaling $500,000. And everyone said, it's not $500,000. You only owe $22,000. Your insurance paid the rest. Yes, you're correct. But what about these other hundreds of bills that I haven't even opened some of? Let me give you an example. This one says amount $1,400. Veteran responsibility. The VA only covered $400. I owe $12.
Okay, so this is absolutely insane. This guy's a veteran who receives care through the VA. He had a heart attack and needed open heart surgery. The VA didn't cover all of his healthcare costs, so he's left with crippling debt. He owes millions, and that's with coverage. Unreal. So, a natural response to not paying your debt is dealing with debt collectors. Take a look at this.
I got a letter from collections. Apparently, I have a medical bill I haven't paid. I was under the impression I had been paying off that bill in monthly increments. They said that physician billing and hospital billing are different. So I thought I had a expensive bill, thousands of dollars bill from all of it together. Turns out that it was like $2,000 for the hospital services. And then on top of it is a $1,400 bill for physician services from the same place. Make that make sense. Getting a notice from collections, huge shock to me. Had no idea this was going to happen.
When you go to the hospital, there are 3 separate bills: radiologist, hospital, and physician. I didn't know until I got the job I have now. Don't pay them. I quit paying mine 10 plus years ago. It's never gone on my credit. They send me to collections, but they cannot put it on your credit report. Okay, so do not listen to this advice. This is not always going to be the case. If you have medical debt that's under $500, yeah, that's not going on your credit report. Anything over $500 still can be sent to collections and ruin your credit. The problem too is that there's not that many options you can use when it's actually time to pay this. It's just getting out of control.
This straight up proves my theory that medical debt goes away. I don't pay my medical bills. I never have since being 26. I just let those go to God. And right now I have a medical balance of $968 at one doctor and $284 at another. I'm going to cover this and show you. There and there. But then if you scroll down, this, I never paid this, and it says zero balance.
They went away to collections, and then the creator responded, same, but I just ignore the calls and block them. Then they go away after a while. My credit score is still high despite going to collections. Well, there you have it. It looks like it still had real-world consequences after all.
Hey guys, if you could help me break this down, I'd appreciate that. Because why do I have a $6,572 hospital bill when I saw a doctor for all of 4 minutes?
That is so infuriating. It should be illegal what these hospitals are charging people. Part of the problem is that hospitals are setting these bills high on purpose. They're doing it as a starting point in a negotiation between them and an insurance company. The problem is that you as an individual have nowhere near as much power to negotiate as an insurance company does. An insurance company can get a bulk discount because they're bringing in a lot of patients all at once. An individual patient just gets screwed. Some people just want to ignore their debt.
Wish people weren't so scared of letting their medical debt go to collections. You have to realize that most times collection agencies buy your debt for pennies on the dollar. That means they're going to be more than likely willing to settle for probably much, much less than you actually owe.
So are we all ignoring medical debt or just me? I block all the numbers from the collection agencies asking me to pay the medical bill. Because what do you mean we pay for health insurance that the hospital bills.
Yeah, the system is messed up. Not only do you have to pay these insane insurance premiums, but then you have to pay even more when you actually need service. Isn't healthcare great? If you don't pay it, you could try negotiating with them, but that doesn't always work either. I tried and was sued twice, wages garnished both times. It destroys your credit though. I ignored mine for a long time. When the bills come in, straight to the trash. I blocked over 87 plus numbers, and they still find other numbers to call from. Let's take a look at what people are paying for their health insurance.
All right, the health insurance industry is an absolute sham. I don't know how I'm paying $1,500 a month for health insurance, but every single person in my policy has a $6,000 copay, which means I've been going to the doctor all year. I thought my copays went towards our premiums and the amount that we had to pay to get coverage. However, it doesn't. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm going to spend $1,500 a month for the next 12 months. What is that? Like 18 grand. And then I have to spend $6,000 a person just to get them to cover things.
Health insurance is an absolute scam. This guy's paying $42,000 a year for health insurance. He says he wants to start paying out of pocket, and I don't blame him. With those kind of prices, how is anyone supposed to survive?
There's no health care for us. There's no doctor, there's no dentist, there's no gyno. Oh my God, I'm about to cry.
Last year, for me, it would have been $100 to $120 a month. I'm looking at the health premiums for this next open enrollment. $400. Just for me, no spouse, no kids.
Right now we're paying around $950. We will be now looking at a little bit over $1,300 a month for two people to have access to health insurance.
So healthcare premiums are going up for everyone for a lot of reasons. But one of the big ones is because they're getting rid of this rule that used to help low-income people with their insurance. It used to be that health insurance was capped at how much money you make, so at most it would only be 8.5% of your total income. Now that certain legislation has expired, that's going away.
Just so we're clear, it's not just low-income people that are being affected by everything that the gov is doing right now. Even if you have a job making $50,000 to $75,000 a year, and you pay for insurance out of your paycheck every week, 2 weeks, whatever, your premiums are going to go up.
In this economy, 50 to 70,000 is poor. Everything is going up but our checks. Shaking my head, nothing makes sense. Isn't that ridiculous? $70K used to be a very good wage not too long ago. The fact that people are casually throwing around that amount is for poor people now just goes to show that inflation is hurting everyone right now. I wish things were going to change, but let's face it. All you can do is live as frugally as you can, build multiple streams of income, and stay out of debt. It's going to require huge sacrifices, but it's worth it.
So, I had a baby earlier this year, okay? Probably about 2 months after receiving a lot of my medical bills, because I just had a baby, could barely walk. I put in for financial assistance on all of my bills. I stamped them. I put every single one. I had to fill out the same forms for everyone, even though you can't. I think it's stupid. You can't just put all of your medical bills on one form and send one form. They wanted like 8 of them. Stupid, but whatever. I did it. Okay? Tell me why I get a final notice in the mail. And I see on here, I'm reading, it says, if we don't hear from you in 30 days, you're going to go to collections. Bro, you did hear from me. I submitted these financial forms over a month and a half ago almost.
Now, I'm usually the first person to say that you need to pay down your debts and be responsible. The problem is healthcare is so unaffordable right now. What exactly are you supposed to do? You can pay the insane premiums and live off rice and beans, or you can not have health insurance and just roll the dice. There's a reason that every 2 out of 3 bankruptcies in our country are from medical debt. It's just so awful for everyone except those who are on Medicaid. And Medicaid will still end up kicking you off, and then once you're off, you're going to have problems too.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the man? Get your ass on, boy.
It's getting tough for everyone out here. Chances are this woman started working a job that puts her right over the income limit. That's how it goes for most people. They'll give you a job where you're barely scraping by, but it's just enough where you don't qualify for Medicaid. Which, to be fair, she should be paying for her health insurance, especially if she is healthy and working. So I guess she can start paying and suffering like the rest of us. So someone you've probably heard of is Luigi Mangione. Let's do a deep dive into what he's done and where he is now.
On November 24th, 2024, 26-year-old Luigi Mangione allegedly arrived in New York City and checked in to a hostel using a fake ID with the name Mark Rosario. Just before 7 a.m. that day, the CEO of UnitedHealthcare, 50-year-old Brian Thompson, was leaving the hotel when he was in the back of the head and leg by a masked man who then took off. And the masked assailant remained unknown for the next several days, leading to a nationwide manhunt. On the spent cases and an ejected cartridge from the words delay, deny, and depose, which is a well-known phrase in the insurance industry that they use to try to basically not pay out claims, were written. So it was clear that this person had targeted Thompson because of his job. After a 5-day manhunt where the photos of the assailant were being shared everywhere, an employee at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania called police on December 9th, saying that a customer looked similar to the suspect, specifically pointing out the eyebrows. Police approached this customer, who happened to be Luigi Mangione, and reportedly he looked visibly shaken.
Luigi Mangione has been all over the news. He's the guy who deleted the UnitedHealthcare CEO. He went to a hostel, woke up early in the morning, and waited for the CEO. When the CEO was walking to work, Luigi got him and then fled the scene. He was captured days later at a McDonald's. Now, what makes his case so interesting is that a lot of people are overwhelmingly supporting what he did. Everyone is so sick of the insurance premiums and the denial of coverage that they're rooting this guy on. But why exactly did Luigi do this?
According to Luigi Mangione's alleged manifesto, he did all of this as an act of war after the company violated its contract with his sick mother.
So Luigi was wronged by the healthcare system and he wanted to do something about it. UnitedHealthcare denied coverage to his sick mother. Think about how awful it would be to do the right thing, pay your insurance premium every month, and then have some scumbag insurance company deny it for reasons. Do I condone what Luigi did? No, but I understand. Originally, Luigi was facing the D penalty in one of his cases. There has recently been an update.
Luigi Mangione, the man accused of fatally shooting a healthcare CEO in the US, will not face the penalty.
And you're going to have to win the Powerball to afford even 45 seconds of Luigi Mangione's attorney's time, okay? Because do you understand they just saved his life?
Regardless of him dodging this, he's still facing life in prison. I mean, was it worth throwing your life away to make a statement? Yes, the insurance companies did bend a little bit after this happened. At the same time, health insurance is just as unaffordable as ever. It's never worth throwing your life away. Instead of doing something destructive, try building something. Build a business. Build a family. Build your social connections. All of those things are positive forces on the world. Getting rid of someone who is being terrible is not the answer. All right, that's all I have for you today. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you liked the video, it would mean a lot to me if you could hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you thought medical debt was bad, check out my video on predatory loans. When people max out their credit cards and get desperate, they're forced to turn to loans that have insane interest rates. We're talking interest rates in the triple digits. It leads people into debt they cannot get out of. It's on the screen right now. And if nothing else, I will see you in the next one.